It's that time of the year again. One moment, you're chilling in your hoodie, sipping hot chocolate, and the next, boom, you're in bed, sneezing like a human sprinkler, and questioning your life choices. Why does a simple weather change turn half the population into sniffling, tissue-carrying zombies? Let's dig into the truth behind the age-old mystery. Why do we catch a cold when the weather changes? Spoiler alert, it's not because cold air carries viruses on its back like Uber. So what actually causes the common cold? First things first, the common cold isn't caused by the cold. It's caused by viruses, tiny invaders like rhinoviruses, coronaviruses, not that coronavirus, and others that love to party in your respiratory system. These viruses are around all year long, not just when it's chilly. But here's the catch. Changes in weather, especially drops in temperature, make your body a more inviting party house for those uninvited viral guests. It's like you forgot to lock the door and left snacks on the table. Why does a temperature shift make us more vulnerable? Imagine your nose as a nightclub bouncer. When it's warm and cozy, that bouncer is alert, buff, and kicking out troublemakers like a pro. But when it gets cold, the bouncer is suddenly wearing flip-flops and a sleepy hoodie. Your nasal passages dry out, your immune system gets a little sluggish, and boom, viruses slide right in with fake IDs and start wrecking the place. Studies show that colder air can lower the temperature inside your nasal cavity. This colder environment reduces the effectiveness of your immune response, especially your first line of defense, those superhero cells that jump into action the moment something fishy appears. And guess what? These immune cells are temperature sensitive. Just a few degrees colder, and they go from Avengers mode to I just woke up and don't want to move mode. But wait, there's more. When the weather changes, it's not just about the temperature. The air tends to get drier, especially with the heater running. Dry air dries out the mucus in your nose and throat. Normally, mucus is your sticky superhero, catching invaders before they sneak in. But when it's dried up, it's like firing blanks. Oh, and let's not forget our human behavior. When it's cold or rainy, where do we all go? Inside, together, breathing on each other. More time indoors means more close contact with others, especially in schools, offices, and cozy Netflix marathons. The viruses love this. They jump from person to person like it's a viral version of speed dating. Weather whiplash messes with your body. Let's talk about weather whiplash, when one day it's sunny and 28 degrees Celsius, and the next, it's 12 degrees with rain slapping your windows. Your body isn't thrilled with sudden changes. It has to adapt quickly to new humidity, new temperatures, and maybe even new allergens in the air. That adaptation process, it costs energy and resources. It slightly diverts your body's focus from defense mode to figure out the new normal mode. And in that small window of weakness, viruses make their move. Snaky little devils. Now let's talk about catching a chill. You've heard your grandma say it. Don't go out with wet hair, you'll catch a cold. Is that true? Not exactly. You don't catch a virus from being cold or wet. You need actual germs to get sick. But, and it's a big but, being cold can stress your body and lower your immune response temporarily, making you more susceptible to viruses that are already around. So yes, if you're soaking wet and freezing in a drafty room full of sneezing people, bad idea. Grandma had a point, kind of. Boost your defenses during weather changes. So how do you stop the sneezing and sniffling every time the temperature dips? Let's keep it simple. Dress in layers, not just to look stylish, but to help your body regulate its temperature. Sudden chills equals weakened defenses. Stay hydrated. Dry air plus dry sinuses equals welcome mat for viruses. Humidify your room. Your mucus wants to stay moist and protective. Get sleep. Your immune system is like your phone. It needs recharging. And wash your hands. Always, not just when it's flu season. Oh, and don't share snacks with people who are clearly sniffling and wiping their nose with the back of their hand. you'd be surprised how many people forget that basic rule of survival. Final thoughts. Catching a cold during weather changes isn't about the weather itself. It's about how the weather affects your body, your behavior, and your environment. Viruses are opportunists. They don't care if it's sunny, rainy, or snowing. They just want a cozy place to crash. So the next time you feel a tickle in your throat, just as the weather turns, don't blame the rain clouds. Blame the viruses. And maybe your forgetfulness to carry tissues and vitamin C. Okay, so what about you? Do you always get sick when the seasons change? Or are you the lucky immune system boss who never sneezes? Share your weird weather sickness stories in the comments. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun science facts. Let's beat the bugs together.